guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're back. As you can tell, this is not Alex. We have Dakota Thomas here. We have Coda. You've seen him on our channel before. He sent us a video maybe a year or two ago covering some basics, and today we're gonna do it again. Today we're gonna cover the very basics of Muay Thai, the Muay Thai offense, and yeah, just get into it. Today, our first technique, we're gonna go over the roundhouse kicks, both the rear and the front. And Dakota here is gonna explain the do's and don'ts of both roundhouse kicks.
Alright, so basically, when you throw a kick, for one, you have to make sure you're in range and you have to open up your hips so that way you can turn it all the way over, right? So the first thing you do is you step in and towards your opponent, right? And you open your hip. After that, you just let the hip go, and you throw your kick, land with your shin, and that's it.
Step.
Alright, now come up on your tippy toe and turn your hip over at the moment of impact. Okay? Alright, so let's see it. That's it.
So it's basically how we taught you guys how to throw a hook. Across. So exact same motion. Your hips are doing the exact same thing, but instead of throwing your punches, you're throwing your rear roundhouse kick here. And like you mentioned, when you're throwing it, you're on your ball of your feet, right? You're on your feet, you just pivot, right?
Yep.
Just pivot.
So as you kick.
Yeah, so same thing when you're pivoting. We've taught you guys before. It's just you're gonna pivot. In this case, the rear, you're gonna pivot your left. If we're in southpaw in orthodox stance, your left is gonna pivot, ball on your feet, and you're gonna use your hips to open up your hips while throwing your kick, landing with your shin, right?
With the lead kick, same thing, balls at the feet, hips turn over, all that, except for before the kick, now you're stepping out with this foot. You can do that fast, or you can just step. Same things happen, okay? But throw it to me.
So stepping this way.
Yep.
Step.
Yep. Landing with the shin.
Step.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Just like that.
So the basics, we go over just a little overview. So if you're throwing your rear kick, your front leg is gonna pivot and you're gonna step. So you're throwing a rear kick, you're stepping with your lead leg and throwing the rear kick. If you're stepping if you're kicking with the lead leg, you're stepping with the rear, right?
And then kicking with the front.
And kicking with the front. So again, very simple. So just go over one more time. Give you guys a quick overview of the front and the rear roundhouse kick. So the rear roundhouse kick, you're gonna step with your front, you're gonna pivot. So basically like you're pivoting in a boxing, like we told you guys before. So you're pivoting outside and you're throwing your rear kick and landing with your shin. He's gonna catch it just to demonstrate here.
Just come up on the ball of that foot, turn that hip over. That's where you want to be at the moment of impact. Okay?
So again.
Yep.
And then, so step. So again, one more time. We step. The lead kick, right?
You just step with the rear leg instead of stepping with the lead leg.
Show us.
Yep. So you'll step with the rear leg, go out this way, same thing, go up on the ball of the feet, turn over the hip, and kick. Same thing.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. So you step out. One more thing about the kick. A lot of people think that when you throw your kick that you should keep your hands up, but when you throw your kick, you should actually lean your head off to the side and throw your arm. Because when you hold your hands up, you're cutting the power off your kick. So you want to throw your hand and throw your cross at me. And that'll also take care of any offense that comes my way. No matter if that's a punch or, a cross or a hook, throw your hook. Yeah. If it's a cross, a hook, or anything, my shoulder protects me. So just remember to swing your arm as well when you kick.
So it's the same. So if you're throwing your rear kick, you're swinging your rear hand?
Yeah. So whichever side you're kicking with, you're swinging that arm. Whichever one is closer to the opponent.
Alright, so it's the same side arm swings. This is the second tool that we're going to go over today, which is the knee. We're going to go over the rear and the front.
Your knee, pretty much everything stays the same. You're in your fight stance, and you go from your fight stance, and you can either grab the shoulder and pull in, or you could just go from here and kind of just push your hips forward as you let the knee go. So poke outwards, return to stance. And you still do the swinging motion if you're not grabbing the shoulder. Just the same thing, like throw a punch at me. It's the same idea, but now with the knee. And the same thing from the lead side, you're gonna have to put this back just like you did with the kick, right? So Same thing, you can either step through, knee there, or you can just switch your stance really quick and knee, or throw your jab at me and knee there, whichever one you want to do, like you said.
So the last thing we go over today are going to be the elbows here, and one thing that we should mention is that you shouldn't really practice this at home with your with the partner or your little brother or anything like that. You strictly for fights or for pads, because you will mess someone up, you will cut someone up, you might go to jail, and it's not a good thing. So we're going to go over again like we did with the kicks and the knees. We're going to go over the lead and rear elbow, and Coda's going to walk us through it.
Alright, so with the elbows, honestly, everything, the footwork and everything is exactly the same except for the range, like with punches. So you do like the same thing with your hips as you would like with a hook or a cross. You just have to make sure you're covering a lot more distance. So when I'm coming in for this, like back, you know, I can hit a hook back here, yeah, but I have to make sure that I'm close enough to hit an elbow. So pretty much it's all about making sure you have the distance and then throwing it the same way as you would a punch, but bend your wrist over and tuck it into your chest, go all the way through with it, and that's it. Same thing from the lead side, except for it's just like a lead hook, and that's it.
Yeah, so basically think about it like if you're gonna hook your own chest. So with the, obviously with the hook you're hitting with your knuckles, but with the knee, with the elbow, pretend like you're, for, you know, if you're a beginner, pretend like you're gonna punch yourself, and then just work on the motion you have. And also one thing, like he taught me earlier today, to hold, if you have Muay Thai pads, it would be ideal, because with the, can you do it with the focus mitts?
Yeah,
you can do the focus mitts as well. So one thing that he taught me earlier is that when you're holding pads, the pad holder, you want to hold them at an angle, right? You want to hold them at an angle, right?
Yeah, make sure that it's giving you something to come downward with.
Yeah.
So that way you can come down with your elbow, yeah.
Yeah, because see, the punch is coming downwards, kind of like overhand right, but hitting with your elbow, the sharp part of your elbow. Yep. And so we're gonna give you guys a drill that's gonna incorporate some punches and all the new 3 movements that we went over today. And it works, like you'll see in a minute, it works on one side first, and then the other side, and it just helps you kind of isolate those movements, the strikes, and help you work on it a little better, since we're new to this Muay Thai stuff.
Yeah, and I think it's important to note that this combo is all about like getting range with each of your strike and making sure that like your opponent is in range for each of your strikes. So here we go.
First we start off with the cross. Here. Okay, so we'll break it down that side first. So first we'll do this flow. So you're throwing across, right? From here you're getting in range.
From here I just keep my cross out, grab the shoulder, step in a little bit, throw the knee, push him out so that way he's in range for my kick. Now throw the kick. After the kick comes back down, step in range for the elbow. Boom.
And now we're going to do the other side, which is similar. Again, we're going to break it down slowly. So first, obviously simple. Let's start off with the jab. Helps him get in range for his knee. So jab.
Push him back out again. Kick. And then step in with that elbow. Same thing. Other side.
So it's all the new drills that we learned, the new strikes we learned today, and some old ones. The jab and the cross. It's very simple. Like you said, helps you understand the distance when you're actually throwing these new punches, since it's new to us. And yeah, just follow along and just repeat it, and then throughout the weeks we'll give you some new drills, more more complicated drills on the line that will help you improve these strikes. That's basically it. It's very simple. Those were the 3 strikes that we don't cover in boxing. And very simple. We're gonna go, like I said, it's a series. We're gonna go over more details as we go on throughout the weeks. And it's just a taste of what Dakota is gonna bring to the table this month. And be sure to check out the series. We have a bunch of videos planned out. We're gonna record a few today. So next week, or the next week, you're gonna see something more detailed and new.